So why is love survival in this time of a multi-crisis? I think most of you have figured out that negativity doesn't breed positivity. And that's the case. I mean, I have been working with the Climate Psychology Alliance therapists now for about 5 years. And it seems to me that they, just like many other groups of psychologists, I study this man, David Hawkins, Power versus Force. I study Carl Jung. I study Gabor Mate. And a lot of other groups like Deep Adaptation and Climate Collapse Club, Collapse Club, and Earth Listening. And the conclusion that all of these different groups have come to is cooperation and love. At the end of every meeting that I have with LifeRing, which is a group for trauma, my group is trauma. A lot of people go there for drug and alcohol recovery or any kind of trauma recovery. People who've been in car accidents or been raped or lost their homes or their jobs, they go for trauma recovery, which is something I also do on school. And if I can, I will put that at the end of this video. Because I want you to be able to come to school. It's free, just like LifeRing and Collapse Club and lots of other things. But the point is, all these different groups, people from all over, the United States, Canada, Europe, Africa. I had a South African yesterday. I had a gal from Australia last week. I speak to people, New Zealand, I speak to people, Iceland, I speak to people all over the planet because there is such a multi-crisis going on now, and we've got to do something. We have to make some positive steps. And they all say, come together, come together, come together. Well, let me tell you something. Back in 1962, when Silent Spring was published, I said, wow, I'm going to devote my life to making sure people take care of the planet. Well, it hasn't worked out so well, has it? But all through Woodstock, through the 70s, we talked about coming together and making a difference. And through the 80s and 90s, we talked about installing solar and installing wind. And we lived with that, my husband and I. We've had about, I guess, 30, 35 years on solar. I'm on solar right now. And it hasn't brought out what needs to be brought out. But what's true is everyone has figured out, everybody, that negativity does not bring people together. What we need to be is caring and loving towards each other, working together, finding ways to get together with people who birds of a feather fly together kind of people. People who want the same kind of goals that you want. My husband and I looked for that situation, for coming together. We took off and back in, I believe it was March of 1994, and we traveled until January of 97, looking for eco communities, different groups of people who were in earthships or whatever kind of situation. They were coming together to live together, to grow things together, to do things together. At the time, I was 46, 46, and he was 54. And they all turned us down to stay because he was almost 55, and that was the cutoff age for communities. That's changed, but that's the way it was then. And there have been some successful communities, but it's been very small areas. And really, who was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember her name right now. And she said, the only get together with groups of people, that's the only thing that's ever changed. And it's true. And all the way through my doctoral program, my professor said, be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah, be the change you want to see in the world. So my husband and I have rented 5 acres and we're planting and giving food away, and it feels great. It feels really good. We're eating it too, of course, but we're giving away what we can't eat. And it feels so good. It feels like it's bringing things together and making sense and having a sense of togetherness in a way that's so basic on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We've already got, here in Ecuador, we've got clean air. And we've got unchemicalized water. We've got beautiful, clean water. It just comes from the aquifer, and there's no chemicals put in it. It's fabulous. It's just so special. So we've got the air and the water, so all we need is the food. Well, the temperature here has never gotten below 56. Typically it's 58, it's the lowest. And it's never gotten above 86, to my knowledge. I've never seen it, and we've been here 13 years. And something will grow there. Now, some of the hothouse tomatoes don't think it's hot enough. I think it's hot enough. And some things like it cooler, like apples, I think it's cool enough. I don't really want it to be that much different. But what I want you to understand is that if you want to survive, you're not going to do it if you're alone and if you're grouchy and if you're uncomfortable and if you're criticizing people and so forth. But this book has helped me a lot. Power versus force. Force is negativity. You got to do this, or you got to do that, or this is a rule. Well, power is your own power. Being able to stand up and say, I think I need to use this water to take care of this plant because it's producing delicata squash in Ecuador, where they don't have that as a normal treat like we have in Mexico. And I understand how much that means to me. So I'm using the water for that squash plant. That's power. That's me standing up for what is really important to me. And it is important to me. It's very important to me. I love delicata squash, and I haven't had it for ages. Another thing is, I want water in my therapy tub because I have 4 ruptured discs, and a rotator cuff that's bad, and 2 metal hips. And I'd really like to have that pain eased. So I have water for that tub. But does that mean I have water to wash a car? No. Mm-mm. For one thing, I don't have a car. I don't have a bike. The only motorized thing I know is my husband has a wheelchair that's electric. So I don't do those sorts of things. But I do water my area around my church. The church is a beautiful, beautiful, old, very, very old tree. And it's just an amazing thing to see that tree there. And when we came, it was all just dirt around it, and it just seemed like it wasn't being honored. Again, it's about love. And I wanted it to feel loved. So I planted hens and chickens. They call it children in a crib, I believe, here. It's a Spanish term for it. It's about children. And it does, during the day, little tiny red flowers show up. And it's like love. It's like saying, ooh, I'm happy. But it's a ground cover, and now it's all around the tree, and I call it my church, because it never fails to remind me to honor the earth and everything on the earth. And that's also every person. And that's tough. I know it's tough. It's really tough. But it's the way we're going to survive. If we're going to survive, it's going to have to be because we come together in love. If we come together in anger or fear or hostility or sarcasm or jealousy or greed, it's not going to work. So I hope this has been uplifting. If you have any questions, you can answer down below, or you can come to my school, SKOOL. I hope to have that information at the end of this video. I have free 3 to 4 times a week meetings. So if you want to come, please do. Thank you.